Lecture of Unit 4, that is GLP. GLP stands for Good Clinical Practices. So what is GLP? GLP stands for Good Clinical Practices, and it is a quality system that is created by FDA in 1978. It comes under the FDA regulations, and it is concerned with the organizational process and the conditions under which non-clinical health and environmental safety studies are planned, performed, monitored, and achieved, recorded, and reported. Okay, it was created by FDA in 1978, and in spite of its origin in America, GLA has a wide impact worldwide. Okay, it was originated from the USA, but it also has an influence globally, and the countries that who want to work with the USA should had to comply with these GMP compliance or GMP regulations, and it leads to the making of their GLP regulations. Okay, GLP stands for Good Laboratory Practices. Good Laboratory Practices, and it is a quality system was created by FDA in 1978. It comes under the FDA regulations, and it in spite of its origin in US, the GLP regulations has an impact worldwide, and all the non-US companies who want to work with the USA had to comply with the GLP regulations, and it leads to making of their GLP regulations also. So this GLP or Good Laboratory Practices embodies a set of principles that provides a framework within which laboratory studies or non-clinical health or environment safety studies are planned, performed, monitored, achieved, recorded, and reported. Okay, next is the history of GLP. So good laboratory practices regulations became the part of regulatory in 1970s because of the malpractice in R&D activities performed by the pharmaceutical companies. Okay, and these malpractices included the lack of proper organization of studies performed, which generates the data for the regulatory dossier. Okay, GLP regulations became the part of regulatory in the 1970s because of malpractice in the R&D activities performed by the pharmaceutical companies, and these malpractices include the lack of proper organization of studies performed, which generates the data for the regulatory dossier. The US FDA conducted a series of investigation on about 40 toxicological laboratories all over the US, and by these investigations it was revealed that the situation could only be dealt with by imposing certain regulations, and these regulations should be compulsory to follow by any organization. So these regulations arises in the form of GLP regulation. Okay, and the organization for and these regulations were then followed by US EPA, Environment Protection Agency. EPA stands for Environment Protection Agency. After that, OECD, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, published the principle of GLP in 1981, which now have significant impact in the international area. Up to about 30 countries have signed the agreement of OECD, and other also have adopted the OECD criteria. Okay, in the history of GLP, it became the part of regulatory in 1970s because of the malpractice in the R&D activities performed by the pharmaceutical companies, and these malpractices included the lack of proper organization of studies performed, which generates the data for the regulatory dossier. Okay, and the US FDA conducted a series of investigation on around 40 toxicology laboratories, and this investigation reveals that this situation could only be dealt by imposing certain regulations which are compulsory to follow for any organization, and these regulations led to the development of GLP regulations. And GLP regulations first came into the existence by the US FDA and then by the US EPA. EPA stands for Environmental Protection Agency. Okay, so these regulations were firstly first begun by US FDA and then accepted by US EPA, that is Environmental Protection Agency. After this, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, that is OECD. This organization has published the GLP principle in 1981, and up to about 30 member countries have adopted the OECD guidelines, and rest also adopted the OECD principles. Next is scope of GLP. So GLP is applied to non-clinical safety testing of test samples in any of the following products, and these products are pesticide, cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, food additives and industrial chemicals. Okay, the GLP is applied to the non-clinical safety testing of pesticidal samples, cosmetic samples, pharmaceutical samples, pharmaceutical drug or API, food additives and industry chemicals. Next is fundamentals of the GLP. The GLP regulations are the set of rules for the good laboratory practices which helps the researcher in performing their work by suitable plans and procedures. Okay, so these regulations are not dealt with the kind of scientific and technical aspect of the research program. These regulations also do not aim to evaluate the scientific accuracy of the studies. Okay, the GLP text, irrespective of their origin, has 5 fundamentals, and these fundamentals are: first is resources, second is characterization, third rules, fourth results, and fifth one is quality assurance. Okay, the first fundamental of GLP is resources. The resources includes organization, personnel, facilities and equipment. The resources include organization, personnel, facilities and equipment. Next is characterization, and this characterization include test items and test systems. Test items and test systems. Third fundamental is rules, and it includes the study plans and written procedure. Fourth one is results, and results include raw data, final report and archives. Raw data, final reports and archives. Last one is the quality assurance. Okay. So GLP regulations are the set of rules for good laboratory practices which helps the researcher performing their work by proper planning and following the suitable procedure. So these regulations are not deal with any kind of scientific and technical aspect of the research programs, and also these regulations do not aim to evaluate the scientific accuracy of the studies. And all the GLP texts, irrespective of their origin, has the following 5 fundamentals, and these fundamentals are: first is resources, and these resources includes the organization, personnel, facilities and equipment. Second is characterization, and characterization include test items and test systems. Third is rules. Rules consist of study plans and written procedure, and results includes raw data, final reports and archives. And last fundamental is quality assurance. So first is resources. In the first fundamental, that is resources, first is organization and personnel. So the structure of R&D organization and the responsibility of R&D personnel should be clearly defined, and there should be sufficient staff to perform the roles and responsibilities required. The qualification as well as the training of the appointed staff must also be defined and well documented. Okay, in the organization and personnel, the structure of the R&D organization and the responsibility of the R&D personnel should be clearly defined. Okay, there should be sufficient staff to perform the roles and responsibilities, and the qualification as well as the training of the staff appointed must also be defined and well documented. Next is facilities and equipment. In the facilities and equipment, these regulations highlighted the need for appropriate facilities and equipment used to conduct the studies. Okay, in the GLP regulations, the whatever the study is going on, the equipments or the facilities that will be used for the conduction of that studies are specified in the GLP regulations. And also the person that are involved in the study that is conducted in the laboratory, that the responsibility and the roles of that staff should be clearly defined in the GLP regulations. And the organization of the R&D structure is also described in the GLP regulations. So organization, personnel, facilities and equipments comes under the resources of GLP, and it is the first fundamental of the GLP. Now second fundamental of GLP is characterization, and this fundamental consists of test items and test system. Means for studies which evaluate the pharmaceutical compound during the non-clinical studies, it is essential to have the sufficient information on the test items and also on the test system. Test system means the animal or plant to which the test item is going to be administered. Okay, if we are going for any study or any testing in pharmaceutical compound, then to perform that non-clinical study, there should be sufficient information. They should have sufficient information about what is the test item and what is the test system. Test item means what is the drug component, what is the drug substance, or what is the API. And test system means what is the animal or what is the plant that to which test items is going to be administered, okay, or is going to be tested. Third fundamental is rules, and these rules consist of study plans and written procedures. The main step of research studies are mentioned in the form of protocols or study protocols, and these protocols just provide the information about the experimental design and the timeline of the study. They doesn't contain any technical data, any necessary technical detail on how to conduct the study or how to repeat the study. So the technical information or the information related to the conduction of study are defined in the form of SOPs. SOPs stands for standard operating procedure. So there should be proper study plans as well as written procedures for the conduction of studies to comply for the GLP regulations. Okay, so these rules, protocols and written procedures should be well maintained to comply for the GLP regulations. Next is results. Fourth fundamental is result, and it include raw data, final reports and archives. So first is raw data. What is raw data? It is the outcome of the basic research. It is the outcome of the research, and it will form the basis of the scientific interpretation for reaching certain conclusion. Okay, raw data is the outcome of the research and it will form the basis for the scientific interpretation for reaching certain conclusion. Next is final report. Final report contains various information like the way in which the study was performed, the study results and the scientific interpretation of the data. And the report is submitted to the regulatory authority for the registration as well as for the marketing approval. Third is archives. Archives means storage of record. So storage of record ensures for many years and allow for recovery as well as review whenever required. Last fundamental is quality assurance. And what is quality assurance? It is defined by the GLP as a team of person oftenly called as quality assurance unit. Quality assurance unit or QAU. Q for quality, A for assurance and U for unit. Okay, quality assurance is defined by the GLP as quality assurance unit and charged with assuring management that GLP compliance has been attained within the laboratory. Okay, quality assurance unit is providing the confidence that the GLP regulations are followed in the respective laboratories. And this team, quality assurance unit, consists of a team, and this team should act as independently and have no link with the scientists that were involved in the research and development department or that were involved in the conduction of the study. And this unit will work as unbiased witness to the whole research process. Okay, I have told you about the 5 fundamentals of GLP, and these fundamentals are: first is resources. These resources consist of organization, personnel, facilities and equipment. For the organization and personnel, there should be the roles and responsibility of the personnel should be clearly defined, and the structure of the R&D organization should be well maintained, and there should be a proper training procedure for the personnels working in the laboratories. In the facilities and equipment, should be need to appropriate there should be need to highlight the appropriate facilities or appropriate equipments that are required for the conduction of non-clinical studies. Next is second fundamental in the characterization. There are two things, test items and test system. So there should if the studies are going to evaluate any pharmaceutical compound, then there should have sufficient information about what is the test item and what is the test system. And this test system can be any animal or can be any plant to which the test item is going to be administered or dispensed. In the third fundamental, that is rules, there is study plans and written procedures. And these study plans, the main step of this research study is mentioned in the study protocol. Okay, and the protocol provides the experimental design of the study. These protocol doesn't contain any technical information related to the conduction of study, and these technical information or these scientific informations should be mentioned in the should be described in the form of SOPs. These SOPs are standard operating procedure. So for the proper conduction of studies, there should be well maintained study plans and written procedure should be there. Fourth fundamental is results, that consist of raw data, final reports and archives. First is raw data. This raw data is the outcome of the research, and it will form the basis for the scientific interpretation of the information, or for the scientific interpretation of the data. Second is final reports. In the final report, the study report contains various informations about the how the study was performed and the study results and the scientific interpretation of the data. And the report is submitted to the regulatory authority for the registration of the drug component or for the marketing approval of the drug product. Okay, last is archives. It consists of storage of the records or storage of the studies that were previously conducted, and it allows for the recovery as well as review of the studies conducted, or review of the processes that were conducted wherever necessary or as or when required. Last is quality assurance. So what is quality assurance? Quality assurance is defined by the GLP as a team of person charged with assuring management that GLP compliances has been attained within the laboratory. And the team of person is known as QAU. And this team of person is QAU, Quality Assurance Unit. And according to the GLP, it is a team of person charged with assuring management that GLP compliances has been attained within the laboratory. Means this team is providing the confidence to the management that whatever the GLP regulations are, whatever the compliances of the GLP, that has been attained in the laboratory. Only quality assurance is assuring the management, is providing the confidence to the management that GLP compliances has been attained in the laboratory. So this QA will function as an unbiased witness to the whole research process. It acts as an independent team, and it has no link with the scientists that are involved in the drug discovery or drug development, or that are involved in the conduction of the studies. So it will function as an unbiased witness to the whole research process. Next is objectives of the GLP. What are the various objectives of GLP? See, the objectives of GLP is to promote the quality and validity of the test data. Means GLP is the main objective of GLP is to certify that every step of the analysis is valid or not. Whatever test we are doing or whatever studies we are conducting, that study is according to that study is valid. With the help of GLP, we are certifying that each and every step of the analysis is valid or not. Okay. Second is assure the quality and integrity of the data submitted to FDA in support of the safety of regulated products. With the help of GLP, we can assure that the quality and integrity of the data whatever we are submitting to the FDA are in support of the safety of the regulated product. Third is it has a heavy emphasis on data recording, record and specimen retention. Good laboratory practices have a high emphasis on recording of data, on the recording of data as well as on the specimen retention. Next, the GLP compliances also help the scientists in obtaining the results that are reliable, that are repeatable, that are auditable or that are recognized by the scientists worldwide. And these GLP compliances has objective to limit the waste of resources. These are aimed to ensure high quality of results. Their objective is to ensure comparability of the results. Their objective is to promote the mutual recognition of the study at international platform. Okay, these all are the objectives of the GLP. First objective is to certify that every step of the analysis is valid or not. Second is to help the scientist in obtaining the results which are reliable, which are repeatable, auditable or recognized by the scientists worldwide. Third is to limit the waste of resources, to ensure the high quality of results, to ensure the comparability of the results and also to promote the mutual recognition of the study at the international platform. Last is GLP principles. GLP principles includes the test facility, organization and personnel, quality assurance program, facilities, apparatus, material and reagents, test systems, test and reference substances, proper standard operating procedures, performance of the study, reporting of the study and lastly the storage and retention of records and materials. Thank you.